Toronto Joe, we've got the host of this very tournament. Yep. Shouts to Joe playing his pool on stream. That's awesome. Definitely deserves it. He's one of Canada's top players.
Yep.
He is the Metaknight in this match. And his opponent is Blueberry Kong, a.k.a. William Walsh, number one fan of Will, the DK from New York, yeah. William Walsh.
Apparently.
So, I mean, shout outs to this guy for having a pretty clever tag. And yeah, he's definitely repping his boy Will, picking Donkey Kong. Blue instead of green, hence the blueberry to Will's Broccoli Kong. And getting right into it, we've already got Toronto Joe pulling a slight lead.
Yep.
Of roughly 30%, and here we have the one stock rule set, which is, you know, a big game changer for a lot of you tuning in. Most of you are probably used to seeing Brawl with 3 stocks in 8 minutes. However, don't get me wrong, this is not 6 minutes into the match. It's actually 40 seconds in. We're playing 1 stock and 3-minute timer.
Ouch.
Yep, and here's a bad situation for William Walsh.
Nice.
I'm gonna keep calling him Bill because of the tag, but Blueberry Kong is actually his gamer tag. And that back hit down smash, extra knockback from Metaknight. Oh,
I thought Joe was SDing there.
Joe going for the most beautiful cancel of all time there, but doesn't make anything out of it. He's got Donkey Kong off the stage. And, you know, these big, heavy characters like DK, normally that are a massive disadvantage because, you know, something like this will happen.
Stage spike, there we go.
Yep, there's game 1. By the way, there's a best of 5 sets to accommodate for the shorter game time of 1 stock. Yep. But normally, you know, Donkey Kong, he'll lose the first stock in a situation like that, and then he is forced to land one of his huge, slow kill moves on fast, quick little Metaknight in order to bring things back. But in 1 stock, it's totally different. If he gets the first kill, he's in there. Yeah,
I was talking to Will about Donkey Kong earlier. Will, if you ever watch Will, is such a gimmicky Donkey Kong because that's really how DK has to play against top-tier characters. With 1 stock, you have less opportunity to screw those gimmicks up, and once you get them done and you get them complete, there's a stock next game.
Right.
So if you're not doing those gimmicks, if you're not doing run around, you know, pivot grab, if you're not using that super armor on your up B, if you're not trying to cargo throw, if you're not doing any of DK's tricks and moves, which I don't see Blueberry Kong really doing, he's just sort of playing like a standard DK, I guess.
He's playing very basic, keeping it to basics, but I respect that because, you know, matchups like Metaknight and Fox are very difficult for this character.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you got to stick to the ABCs, use what you know best, and maybe his gimmick game isn't as, you know, well developed as his idol Will.
That was a Will move there, right there. The mid-air side B doing a ton of shield pressure, but it wasn't enough.
T.O. Joe switched. Sorry if that was me cracking the mic. Whoa. T.O. Joe closing out game 2. He switched to Fox, which we, you know, we didn't really get any time to discuss, but Fox is really potent in this rule set as well because, you know, any character with really great kill moves, which Fox has in his up smash, as we saw at the end of that game, you know, really powerful force. It's a lot harder to see that coming when you have only 1 stock to survive it rather than 3. You know, you'll catch on to your opponent's their patterns and stuff, but, you know, in this rule set, you have to adapt very quickly, which is one of the best things about it, I think. It makes it so entertaining. Because, like, also a very innovative playstyle, just in case your opponent does figure it out, it doesn't get stale in the 1 stock rule set. So, here we're seeing a much more even fight for the first 50% at least. But T.O. Joe says, no, I'm still in this. I'm up 2-0, and I'm going to stay that way. I'm not dropping a game. Blueberry
Kong doing too many get-up attacks, and I think Joe's just waiting for every single one of them. DKs are really telegraphic. They're really easy to see coming. So,
going for that down smash.
Wow.
Lands
hits him with the forward smash.
Very good landing. Stays just outside of Metaknight's sword range and responds to DK's humongous arms. One of the few characters that actually can match Metaknight in a true range contest. But you have to make sure, because Metaknight has a sword and Donkey Kong doesn't, that they whiff. And going real deep for that neutral B from Donkey Kong. And he's off the stage once again. T.O. Joe just kind of whisking him away with that forward air. Misses the clutch shuttle loop. Wow. And that's a game. That's going to be a game. Wow, it is. And this one stock rule set already getting people hyped up. It's 2-1.
And that's the thing, too. DK needs to land one of his strong forward smashes or down smash, something like that, and that's it, especially for a character as light as Metaknight.
And when
let's go. All right, so 1-1, going to Battlefield here. If you ever watch Will start out a game, he won't do what Blueberry Kong just did. He'll usually do an up B off that platform, which cancels. How exactly does that work?
So if Donkey Kong slips off of a platform with the first few frames of his up B, in which he has super armor, he'll actually remain in super armor the entire time. Actually, I believe if he does it properly, he can be invincible for the entire thing.
So you'll see
until the
Will,
move ends.
You'll see Will on any battlefield. He'll always up B onto the main part of the game, because if someone preemptively tries to attack them, he'll eat all of that, and he can easily go right into an up tilt or a grab.
And he's in that super armor / invincibility state until he is able to move again, which is crazy. And you know, the catch is that it only lasts while he's actually in the move. So if you use a move that cancels out Donkey Kong's up B, it'll return him to his normal vulnerable state. So Metaknight, likes to use Tornado to do that because the Tornado will out-prioritize Donkey Kong's hands. So, that's a little bit of metagame information for you guys. You might see that,
Oh,
wow. And see DK
smash.
with these big hits, just that little bit of damage is actually so significant in the one-stock rule set. Already T.O. Joe is at kill percent, and Donkey Kong at 140, he's probably a lot less scared than Metaknight near 90.
Oh, absolutely. DK pretty much has 2 stocks for every 1 stock. It takes a while to kill him. A lot of these heavy characters. Oh, there we go.
Unfortunately, T.O. Joe jumped before dropping his shield, or in order to drop his shield, he jumped. So
grounded,
right, exactly. If he had just dropped his shield on the ground, he would have taken another one of those forward smashes like last game, but closed out the set 3-1. Very good awareness, not wanting to stay on the ground against that crazy headbutt.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing as much Tornado in this matchup. DK has a bit of trouble dealing with Nado, obviously because of his size. Forward tilt can actually cancel out Tornado at a right range.
Especially if you angle it up, you have to hit Metaknight's body.
But other than that, it's sort of hard to fight against, so it's a really good option for Metaknight to use against DK, and he's not really utilizing it. That being said, he's up 2-1, so his strategy's been working out for him, but I think I would like to see a little more Nado just because it's clean damage. There's no reason not to use